the psalm angels use to protect those in danger. Listen to it before you sleep. There is a special psalm enshrined in the sacred pages of the Bible that carries with it extraordinary protective power. This is not just another religious text among many others. It is a prayer that, according to spiritual tradition, angels themselves recite when they need to envelop someone in a mantle of divine protection. We are talking about Psalm 91, known as the Psalm of Protection, or Shield of the Most High. Over the centuries, countless people around the world have turned to this psalm in times of hardship, fear, and danger. Soldiers carry its words written on small pieces of paper inside their uniforms. Travelers recite it before setting out on long journeys. Parents whisper it over their children's heads as they sleep. And all share the same experience, a profound sense of peace, security, and protection that goes beyond human comprehension. But what makes this psalm so special? Why is it considered the psalm angels use to protect those in danger? And how can you incorporate it into your life, especially before bed, to experience this heavenly protection? The story behind Psalm 91p Psalm 91 is one of the 150 psalms that make up the book of Psalms in the Bible. Although its authorship is traditionally attributed to Moses, the great leader who led the people of Israel through the wilderness, the text does not explicitly indicate who wrote it. What we know for sure is that its words were written by someone who experienced divine protection so profoundly that he needed to record it for future generations. The historical context of the psalm suggests it was written during a time of great danger and uncertainty. References to plagues, arrows, terrors by night, and destruction at midday indicate that the author was surrounded by threats on all sides. Yet, amidst all this chaos, he discovered a safe haven, the presence of the Most High. This psalm is unique because it is not simply a prayer for protection. It is a declaration of unwavering faith. It is as if the author is sharing a precious secret. I have discovered the safest place in the universe, and I want you to know it too. Why do angels recite this psalm? Spiritual tradition teaches us that angels are messengers and executors of divine will. They are celestial beings whose mission includes protecting, guiding, and assisting human beings on their earthly journey. But how do angels know when to intervene? How do they receive their instructions? According to mystics and spiritual scholars throughout history, angels respond to sacred words that echo in the spiritual realm. When someone recites Psalm 91 with genuine faith, these words are not confined to the physical world. They ascend to the heavens like a beacon, calling the guardian angels to action. The psalm itself confirms this spiritual truth. In the final verses, it is God himself who speaks, saying, "Because he has clung to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he has known my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him." And more significantly, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will bear you up in their hands so that you will not dash your foot against a stone. Here is the most important revelation. When you recite this psalm, you are literally summoning the angels for your protection. It's not magic. It's not superstition. It's a divine promise recorded in the Holy Scriptures. The power of sacred words. To fully understand the impact of Psalm 91, we need to understand the power of words, especially sacred words. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, words are believed to have creative power. After all, the universe itself was created through words, and God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Words are not just sounds or symbols. They carry energy, intention, and power. When you speak words of protection, faith, and trust in God, you are aligning your personal energy with divine energy. You are creating a spiritual frequency that resonates with the heavenly realm. Psalm 91 is composed of carefully chosen words that describe the nature of divine protection in a complete and comprehensive manner. It covers protection against the terrors of night, fears, nightmares, anxiety, the arrow that flies by day, unexpected attacks, accidents, the pestilence that stalks in darkness, diseases, the destruction that destroys at midday, public dangers, calamities. This all-encompassing protection is what makes the psalm so powerful. There is no area of life that is not included in its promise of security. How Psalm 91 works as bedtime protection. Nighttime has always been a time of vulnerability for human beings. It is when darkness envelops the world, when our consciousness retreats into sleep, when we become most defenseless. It is no coincidence that many cultures have developed nighttime protection rituals, and that children are often afraid of the dark. Spiritually, nighttime is also considered a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds becomes thinner. It is during sleep that our soul travels, that we process the experiences of the day, that we open ourselves to dimensions beyond waking consciousness. This is precisely why reciting Psalm 91 before bed is so effective. You are essentially creating a spiritual shield around yourself before entering this vulnerable state. You are inviting the angels to stand guard while you rest. Many people report that, after beginning the practice of listening to or reciting Psalm 91 before bed, they experience significant decrease in nightmares and disturbing dreams, deeper, more restorative sleep, a sense of peace and security upon waking protection, against negative events during the night reduction, of anxiety and worries before bed positive spiritual experiences during sleep protection. That goes beyond the physical. One of the most remarkable aspects of Psalm 91 is that its protection is not limited to physical danger. Although the psalm mentions plagues, destruction, and tangible attacks, its power extends far beyond these. This psalm protects against spiritual attacks. Many spiritual traditions recognize that there are negative forces in the spiritual world that may attempt to harm us. Psalm 91 creates a barrier against these influences. Negative energy from others. Sometimes the greatest danger comes not from external circumstances, but from envy, malice, or negativity directed at us by others. This psalm neutralizes these energies. Destructive thoughts. Our own mind can be our worst enemy. Psalm 91, when internalized, combats thoughts of fear, doubt, and despair, replacing them with faith and trust. Dangerous situations. The psalm not only protects us when danger materializes, but often guides us to avoid dangerous situations altogether. It's as if angels work preemptively, subtly diverting us from the path of evil. Testimonies of real protection throughout history. There are countless documented accounts of people experiencing extraordinary protection after reciting or carrying Psalm 91. During World War II, soldiers who carried Psalm 91 written on small pieces of paper reported escaping impossible situations unscathed. Bullets that should have hit mysteriously deflected. Bombs that landed nearby failed to explode. While comrades nearby fell, those with the psalm remained untouched. A particularly striking account comes from a nurse who worked during a severe epidemic. While many healthcare workers fell ill, she recited Psalm 91 daily before each shift. Despite constant exposure, she never contracted the disease, attributing her protection to the psalm's spiritual shield. Parents report waking in the middle of the night with the urge to check on their children, only to discover dangerous situations, such as blankets over a baby's face or a child about to fall out of bed, after having recited Psalm 91 over them before bed. Travelers tell stories of canceled flights that later crashed, of sudden route changes that saved them from robberies, of coincidences that protected them, all after praying their prayer of protection with Psalm 91. How to use Psalm 91 in your life to experience the protective power of Psalm 91. Especially before bed, here are some recommended practices. Read or listen with intention. It's not just about skimming the words or letting a recording play in the background. Read or listen with full attention, absorbing the meaning of each verse. Allow the words to penetrate your heart and mind. Personalize your practice. Some people prefer to read the psalm aloud. Others prefer to hear it recited. Some enjoy meditating on each verse. Experiment with different approaches and discover what resonates most deeply with you. Create a nighttime ritual. Make reciting Psalm 91 part of your bedtime routine. It can be right after brushing your teeth while lying in bed or as part of a larger prayer practice. Consistency increases its power. Visualize protection. While reciting or listening to the psalm, visualize a golden or white light enveloping you and your space. Imagine angels surrounding your bed, standing guard. This visualization strengthens spiritual intention. Declare with faith. The most powerful words are those spoken with genuine faith. Don't recite the psalm with doubt or as a mere mechanical ritual. Truly believe that you are being protected as you pronounce each word. Extend protection. You can recite the psalm not only for yourself, but also for your loved ones. Many parents pray Psalm 91 over their children, spouses pray for each other, and friends share it in times of need. The text of Psalm 91 here is the full text of this powerful psalm of protection. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. And in Him I will trust, for He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His truth is a shield and a buckler. You will not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor of the destruction that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Only with your eyes will you behold and see the reward of the wicked. For you, O Lord, are my refuge. In the Most High you have made your dwelling. No evil will befall you, nor will any plague come near you. Your tent, for He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. They will bear you up in their hands, so that you will not dash your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. The young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. Because He has set His love on me, I will deliver Him. I will set Him on high because He has known my name. He will call on me, and I will answer Him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. I will satisfy him with long life and show him my salvation. The science behind peace. While spiritual protection is the primary focus of Psalm 91, there is also a scientific basis for the benefits of reciting it before bed. Neuroscience. Studies show that contemplative and spiritual practices before bed reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and increase the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. When you spend the final moments of the day focused on thoughts of safety, security, and faith, your nervous system goes into relaxation mode. Repeating calming, positive words creates new neural patterns, overriding the circuits of anxiety and fear. Over time, your brain learns to associate bedtime with peace and security, rather than worry and vulnerability. Furthermore, the practice of focusing on something sacred or transcendent before bed dispels intrusive thoughts about the day's problems or worries about tomorrow, two of the biggest robbers of a restful sleep. Protection for all aspects of life. While we emphasize the use of Psalm 91 before bed, it's important to recognize that its protective power extends to all areas and moments of life. You can recite this psalm before traveling, before surgeries or medical procedures, when starting a new job or venture, during storms or natural disasters, when you or a loved one is facing illness in times of conflict or danger, when entering environments or situations that seem threatening, as general daily protection. Just as you would lock your door, Psalm 91 isn't just for emergencies. It's a spiritual shield that can be activated at any time, creating an atmosphere of divine protection around you. The difference between fear and wise precaution. It's important to clarify that turning to Psalm 91 for protection doesn't mean living in constant fear. There's a crucial difference between paralyzing fear and wise precaution. Fear is an emotion that imprisons us, weakens us, and prevents us from living fully. Wise precaution is the intelligent recognition that we live in a world where challenges and dangers exist, and that seeking spiritual protection is wise. In fact, Psalm 91 begins by combating fear. You will not be afraid of the terror of night. It doesn't feed fear. It dissolves it. By declaring your trust in divine protection, you are affirming that, although there are dangers in the world, you are not alone or helpless. This is the freedom the psalm offers, the ability to live without paralyzing fear, knowing that you are under heavenly protection. Passing the shield. One of the most beautiful characteristics of Psalm 91 is that its power does not diminish when shared. In fact, it multiplies. When you teach this psalm to others, when you pray for them using its words, when you share testimonies of its protection, you are extending the divine shield to more and more people. Parents who teach Psalm 91 to their children are giving them a spiritual tool that will stay with them for a lifetime. Friends who share the psalm with each other create a collective safety net. Communities that recite the psalm together create a spiritual force field that benefits everyone. This psalm is not the exclusive property of any one person, church, or denomination. It is a gift from God to all humanity, available to anyone who sincerely seeks it. Conclusion. Your heavenly covering of protection, Psalm 91 has stood through the millennia as a powerful testament to the divine protection available to us all. In these modern times, when new types of dangers and anxieties constantly emerge, the need for this protection is perhaps greater than ever. As you lie down to sleep tonight and every night after, remember that you do not have to face the darkness alone. You have at your disposal the same psalm that angels use to protect those in danger. You have direct access to the protection of the Most High. Let the words of this sacred psalm wash over you like a blanket of light. Allow them to create a sanctuary of peace around you. Trust that, as you rest, angels stand guard, watching over your sleep, protecting your spirit, and preparing a safe path for the next day. Protection is not something you need to earn or deserve. It is a gift, a promise, a spiritual reality activated by your faith and declared by your words. Psalm 91 is the key that unlocks the door to this heavenly protection. May you sleep in peace, knowing you are completely safe under the wings of the Most High. May you awaken renewed, protected, and ready to face whatever challenges the new day brings. And may you carry this protection with you on all your journeys, today and always. If this content brought peace and hope to your heart, help us bring this message of protection and faith to more people. Don't forget to follow our channel for more inspiring content, like it, and share this text with friends and family who could benefit from this powerful prayer of protection. Together, we can create a chain of faith and spiritual security. May God bless